G'day. Here's something that I've been trying to avoid fixing for the last week. This is, normally sits there next to the radio obviously, but this is the heating, ventilation and air conditioning system control unit for a VS Commodore. The problem with this unit is that the selector switch for all the different vent positions and stuff has taken a shit and it's not working properly. And the problem is it's got a little vacuum port. So it's just a switch that's vacuum between all the different vents. Nice if the hand had worked properly. So anyway, we'll take out the screws. I've been trying to avoid this for 4 days I reckon. It's just a pain in the ass. This crap keeps going wrong. It's been fixed at least once, but I'm not going to replace bits, you know, because if I can fix the bits, and instead of spending money on them, you can see the problem already. The shit camera it really is. The little diaphragm is turned in relation to the selector plate. So it's not working properly anymore. It's not working the way it's supposed to be. So let's use a screwdriver to hold the little silicon bit still. It's weird. I don't know why it keeps turning on the thing like that, but I've had bad experiences with these things where you go to try and take it apart and things break. They're not made very well and they break off, and then you don't have any bloody heater controls. See, it's dangerous territory. Yeah, see, that's the problem. They don't squeeze in that well. I could grab out a pair of pliers or something, but it's very stiff, so I think it needs a bit of grease or something. But I've tried silicone spray, but it hasn't really helped. It's sort of not really done what it's supposed to do. But last time I think I might have even used inox. It's not bad stuff actually, but I mean, there's so much force being put on it that it's fairly remarkable that it's even turned in the first place, because you'd expect it to have enough force on there that it's not happy yet. You know, it shouldn't turn. It's got so much force on this. It's got locating pegs too. But it just every now and again it just turns, and it's really, really annoying, because then it necessitates me doing work, and I don't really like doing work. I'd much... No, you got to get the stupid... Well, it's got grease in there, but it's... I think this needs to come apart, so we might have to cut the crap and just try and pull the damn thing apart. Really convenient, because I don't like pulling things apart if I don't have to. It's really, really, really annoying. I've got my toolbox in the car from doing a job at my mum's place. I had to do a thermostat in her stove, so the one in her oven took a shit. I was going to do a video of it, but I just couldn't be bothered taking the camera. I was tired and just couldn't be stuffed. Unfortunately, it would have been an interesting video, because yeah, it definitely was an interesting fix, but got to be very careful, because you know, you break these damn things and they don't seem to do what they're supposed to do. See, how do they go together in the first place? Because these things don't really... I want to break it off, that's the problem. if I break it off, I've had it, because I'm not going to have any fucking control over this stupid thing. Oh, did I break it? Did I break it or not? No, I don't know how, but there you go. And the biggest problem, it's got white grease on it, but it's very tacky. It's very, yeah, there's a lot of crud on it. I'm not sure why, but I think this really just needs a damn good clean. It's, I don't know how I got it apart without breaking it. That's really remarkable. I mean, it's got white grease on it, but it's certainly very dirty. Like, it's got lots of dust and crap in it, and it's pretty obviously not supposed to. So this bit with the maze looking pattern on it just switches between these little ports. When you flick the you can see that they're all pegs to stop it turning on the, like, they're to stop it turning. Doesn't seem to want to click in there properly, but oh, why won't this go back on? I think maybe it goes the other way around. That way around, yes it does. People that have their music loud during the, you know, like during the evening and stuff, are just a pain in the ass. I'm supposed to turn their damn music down. If you can't hear it at, you know, 90 decibels, then you're not going to hear it better at 190. So it's very sticky, very sticky. Yeah, I can hear the music. The camera probably won't pick it up though. Yeah, so that's all it does. When you turn the control, which is, it's part of it. How I got this apart without breaking it, I'll never know. So what I'm going to do is take this crap inside, give it a very good wash and a clean, smash the video together with Windows Video Editor, and put it back together. Well, given all these parts are really thorough clean, so all the old white grease, and I've tried silicone spray on this stuff in the past, but it didn't really work properly. Silicone spray for a silicone component. I'm not sure if that's kind of a conflict, but I've gotten all the grease off it. I figure the back of this plate probably has to grip the rubber, the silicone rubber, effectively so that it doesn't turn on the back plate. So see, that seems to be a lot more grippy. So what I'm going to try and do to lubricate the and this is indexed obviously, I'm going to try and lubricate the face of it, face plate, whatever you want to call it, but not the back of the, not between the diaphragm and the I guess it's a diaphragm kind of, but I don't want to lubricate between the drive plate and the diaphragm, so because I'm worried that it'll turn in the back of it, and that's very, very annoying because then the vents don't work properly. Now the only thing is, I think the spring goes between, I think this spring goes between here and here, like this, to put pressure on it, and it's kind of a pain to put back together. It is a pain to put back together. I've actually had one of these apart before. That's why it's so important not to damage anything. But anyway, I'm going to use rubber grease to lubricate this silicone, and the reason for that, pardon me, is well, the way I figure, there's not a lot you can lubricate any rubber parts with really, because if you lubricate anything with grease, well, most rubber parts, including silicone, tend not to really like that, so I'm not aiming to absolutely cover it in it, but I think that might happen anyway. So I'm going to get a decent sort of amount on this. It's just going to go everywhere anyway. Now, there used to be some Macca's serviettes hanging around the joint. really need to go get a serviette or something so that I can sponge off the excess. Right, but I can't find anything. Okay, well, some toilet paper. I don't want to get too much of this rubber grease everywhere. I'm not sure this will even, may not even work, but now I just want a coating, but not a really. I don't want heaps of it there because it's just going to go everywhere. And so I got a little bit of rubber grease on there. That's going to come out on the camera. Now I'm going to put a smear on the actual port assembly. Just a little bit. I'm not after much because it's not going to like it if I put too much there. So wipe the excess onto one's trousers. I like saying that because it's naughty and not supposed to do it. So it seems to be doing what it's supposed to be doing. I'm not entirely convinced it's going to keep working as designed. I'm pretty sure the spring goes. There's wear marks where the spring's been, so I'm pretty sure the spring goes there. Now it's indexed, so you've got to get the indexing right. That's right. Now the last bit to put in, and I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter which. No, does it or not? No, I don't think it does matter. You'd be right that that's come out, I think. Okay. It's a pain. It's a shit system really because it's such a nuisance to put back together again. It's just because it's because of the way they design it. You've got to have 3 hands or 4 hands or something. And unfortunately, I didn't come equipped with that many hands. Yeah. It's back together. Well, it's nice and slidey, so just got a peg there, 2 pegs there. They're indexed. Just give it a nice fast. It does seem to do what it's supposed to do. Yeah. Put the tube back on the rubber grease because it will go all over the floor if I don't. Yes, this is the wrong grease. I don't have any white grease, so well. Having secured a bloody light, because this camera's too shit to record in any low light conditions. That's the drive for the assembly there, for the vacuum port assembly. Now, which way that goes, I don't really think it matters too much. I'm gonna eat my friggin' words if I'm wrong. Don't see any actual indexing marks between A and B, except for on that unit there. Okay, so sometimes things aren't that obvious the way they go together. You think, oh yeah, you line this up, you line that up. Everything works now. I'm gonna test. I think I've probably got it upside down. I think that because that. Which way is it? Right, well, that's going to determine which way it goes up. This assembly here. It goes that way up. No, it doesn't look right. See if it fits the other way. No, so it only goes one way. So that has to go, at 180 degrees out. It's important to make sure before you go shoving heaps of screws in that you've got everything correct, because if you don't, it's not going to go together properly and it'll just piss you off. Then you'll end up with broken parts because you might utter some very famous words and then reach for a very famous tool. Which can be very dangerous when you're actually trying to fix it, not trying to smash it. The very famous words I'm referring to, of course, are from photonic induction, and they are, first of all, and yes, I have uttered this myself out of anger, I ain't having it, then where's my hammer? Except with me it's normally where's my wrench, where's my fist, depends on whatever I happen to have at the time. So, anyway, stupid camera. Should have brought out the little tripod, but oh, never mind. Now this has to go a little. Oh, I think it goes that side. I'm probably going to be proven wrong, which is really going to piss me off. And now, that's why Photon starts to, you know, I don't know how long ago, because I've been following him for, I don't know, 2 years on YouTube, and I don't know when he came up with the phrase, but it must have been repairing a car or something, because, yeah, I can fully understand how you would create. In fact, I've created little phrases myself. Like every car I own's the pile. And so they just, all the little leads, just the little vacuum leads just plug into the back. Now what I'm going to do, okay, why are we not going back? Because that piece of shit's in the way. Now it just sits in there like that, sort of. But I'm going to just go into the dash and make sure. Oh, that's half the reason. It's got a stupid select thing for the heater tap. My ass is getting wet because the sill of the car is wet. It just snaps into there. You can't see it, but it's just a cam, and all it does is turn off the stupid heater tap. If you don't do that, then the bloody thing puts out hot air all year round, which is a pain in the arse. They're not a bad car, but I mean, it's 20 years old. You know, do I expect it to be still working perfectly? Well, probably not. I mean, this fix cost me nothing, okay? Well, I know for a fact that when climate control has problems, it can cost a bloody fortune to fix. And, shit, sorry. Stupid camera. And, you know, like, that's the thing, these cars are plasticky, and yes, they're not as good as they should be, because people still want cars to be built out of, you know, steel for everything, but the older cars weren't without their problems for a start, and for a finish, these aren't that bad to work on. I know some people don't like Commodores, some people do like them. I don't give a crap about the brand of the car. I mean, as long as it works and is easy enough to work on, I don't mind. These things have some good points, they have some bad points. I think it's about 50-50 really. The most common Commodore VS VR engine problems, actually I'd say from VN to VS, is the DFI ignition module. And, okay, D, correct me, I don't know what it means. It's something or other film integration. It's just the way the chips in it are made. So at this point, well, it doesn't sound happy. It's not going back the way it should be. So what have we done? Clearly something not routed the way it should be. Oh, what's that? So, maybe I've just got too much. I think I've just got too much tension. Yeah. It's weird. Sure, it didn't start out like that. Everything seems to be where it should be though. Yep, the control's got full range now, and it's turning off the little vacuum port. So let's find the keys. That'll be a start. What a lot of people don't realise about these cars, they've got these two slip rings around the ignition lock. There. The keys are contact. Now this little contact you see next to the key, which is right near my finger there, This is primarily to deactivate the immobilizer. So when you turn the key, that little contact there makes contact with one of these slip rings depending on which way you put the key in, and it transmits a rolling code to deactivate the immobilizer. If you go for a swim with the key in your pocket and destroy the little circuitry, it won't start. Damn it, don't you hate that? Oh, stupid. Okay, T-bar's in. Still won't start, why is that? Let's try the vents. Alright, windscreen, yes. Feet, that's working. Head and feet. Head. And head with the recirculation. Not recirculate, that's recirculate. That, as they say, is a wrap. It's pretty much fixed, I'd say. It's doing what it should be doing. There are a bit of a pain in the arse to get back together.
I'm sure it could be worse. I mean,
I don't smoke even, but there's the power for the cigarette lighter. The little globe thing that on... No, stupid nuts come undone. I'm sure. I don't smoke and I don't ever put anything in the cigarette lighter port, but what do you know? I'm going to do it the way it's supposed to be done, because these things aren't really bolted in. So if you're working on a Commodore, yeah, make sure you don't break those, because they don't like it when you're not in properly and you slam the console down. It's just got these tabs. They go into holes, and this end just snaps down like that. Ashtray just snaps in. And the last thing is to put the little mat back in there. That's how you repair VS, VR, VN, VP Commodore, probably VTs. I don't know if they use the same vacuum switch, but that's how you repair the problem with the vacuum ports. They should hold a vacuum for at least a minute. You hear that? They should be able to do that for several minutes after the engine's shut down. If they don't, it means it's got a vacuum leak. A vacuum gauge can be useful in determining whether your car's got a vacuum leak, and it can cause idle problems as discussed in a previous video, and it's a pain in the arse. Anyway, thanks for watching.